What's the point? You go 1 for 1 at best, you're guaranteed to die. Well, what's the point? The beauty in it is, again, think about those crutch operators that Fresh mentioned, the Monty, the Lion, the Decabi. They've got 2 of them on side. Bushoy and the Malusi has already put down his Banshee gadgets. They are AoE denial, they make a lot of noise when someone walks on through. Speaking of walking on through, what is Red doing? He gets a kill and he's like, woo, I've earned my jump out for the round. Tries to make it happen, King finds 2. They're all the way back to a 1 versus 2, and Rek is outside the building. They know about this, so sadly, whilst he's tried to make a play, it was very much so the wrong one, Tim.
Cyber has to be getting that diffuser down, knowing that Rek is outside of the map at that point. That's exactly what he's going to do. And Rek is in a seriously tough situation now. Works his way back up the square stairs. It's 1 versus 2. Diffuser's down, and so is Rek. As Cyber, after getting the plant off, he manages to find the final kill as well. And that's the opening round for FaZe.
Still alive.
I love that from Rek. Just has the presence of mind to hit the deck, but is unable to survive. Cyber picking him up for the 2nd round in a row, and that is going to give a 5 versus 3 advantage. They are so reliant now, Scarz, on Tayu, in position, in lockers with the smoke canisters. That is their only method at this point to be able to deny that plant going down. There's very little they can do with KDS in this position to move back across and retake side.
Oh, no.
He's going to give them a helping hand as he takes down Handy, but Pion manages to find him as well, and all of a sudden we have a bit of a swing.
Tayu really should have been in a spot to get at least one of these kills, but not going to be able to get away with it. Pion comes on the down, they've got the down
big
as well. It's a 2 versus 2, but Plant is getting stuck. Smoke comes out, King is going to commit to this one as well. We'll finally get shot down on the exit. There's still one left standing. It's Souls, and Tim, if we know anything about Souls, he's a clutch master, and clutch he does. Right, so those flashes start going off. Everyone knows what comes next, but Tim, where I'm a little bit nervous for them is they have very limited utility in terms of drones left. 3 Candelas come out, a 4th surely will hit, and in come the side of FaZe. 2 quick kills coming in, and the plant's going down.
This is just wonderful play from FaZe. It was a 3-2-1, drop the hatch, find the kills, look for the plant, they secure that as well, and Pion is left all alone trying to fight his way back into sight at this point. Manages to find 1, but he's going to need 3 more. What a prediction, Des! Absolutely beautiful awareness coming out from Pion there, managing to pick up Cyber. It's now down to 2 kills needed.
Oh, can't get the last though. I mean, Souls does not lose those seemingly ever.
You rats. FaZe just play the game so well, Des, and Souls, he's just gonna crawl his way on into sight. Is he looking for...
That's unbelievable.
Is he looking for a plant? No, he's got the cover from the window, Des. He's thinking about sticking this, but he knows that the challenge might come. 5 versus 4 as Tayu manages to pick up the first, and this is a great response from Scarz, Des. This is what we wanted. This could be a flawless round as Handy is all of a sudden all alone.
Ooh, great round from Scarz on the hold, really interesting. You could see how desperate FaZe were to get some firebolts in towards long Des to deny the mirror windows. And Souls the Snake may have worked his way into sight, slithering forward, but even then, sadly not enough just for the hit. And here come those Candelas that I was talking about. They're getting dropped in, and here go FaZe.
Oh, I quick to just drop the hatches. That's exactly what they've done. Handy's going to move in, finds the first. That's going to take down the man inside the lockers. But Rek there with a big double. Pion finds one as well. The diffuser's gone down, Des, but it's a 4 versus 2. Scarz do have the manpower potentially to fight this one back. They just need to start finding some kills. And as we've said so many times, Souls is still on the board.
2 going upstairs. This is the critical fight here. They've got Bushoy leading in on the Okai drones, but they don't seem to know. If he pops up, he'll find 1! Finds 2, and Souls finds Rek on sight. That's the kind of wrecking crew you want to call in when you need them. FaZe winning out the 2v4. This round is going.
FaZe look really good here, Des.
They do.
Because, like you say, no matter what is put in front of them, if they have to just play a site push and an execute, they're doing that very well. If they have to play a roam clear, they're doing it very well. They're winning every gunfight very well. Fishlight manages to pick up 1, but finds himself all alone, battling from the double door, shut down by KDS, and that is going to be a 5-1 half for FaZe, and they look terrifying on bank.
So that is unbelievable, like superhuman reaction times as well. They were so ready for it. Bushoy not quite enjoying the same joy as Handy snaps him off the window.
4 versus 4 then as Rek's thinking about getting himself upstairs. Needs to be cautious because Souls is playing inside of the elevator. Likely to be picked up by the drone, will indeed. Tayu manages to find Handy, a very late trade there. Rek decides to push this, needs to try and find Souls at the top. Pion just holding down Janitor, so there's going to be no rotate to come through out of there. no! Souls picks up Rex somehow, leaving us 3v3, and Pion takes a little bit of damage on that challenge.
There's one. Do you know about the second one that's in there though as well? Surely he does. Got to push deep here. Candela over the top. Going to find the right spot, I think, here as well. So Fishlike in a good spot to try and make a move. They've got a bit of support from the back. Finds Souls. The clutch got himself. 10-2 in the game, and it's 2 versus 1. It's a little bit like the first round, Tim, but it's Fishlike trying to get the plant down. It's going to finish. King was there, but Pion was just better. Scarz find another.
We see great denial of that attacking utility as well from King, so he's just going to be able to hold on to Peepers for the time being. And he knows that one has dropped, but can't find the shots, can't find the nitro. Washoi manages to open things up with the kill onto King, and there goes Washoi with a second, and that's now going to leave us 5 versus 3.
Stay close, and this round is basically done. But here, Scarz still have every chance to win out. The Arudi looks away at the wrong time and goes down. A 5v2 for the Japanese side.
The fight back is well and truly on here. Red pings come out, so Cyber is aware of the man to his left. It's going to be a freebie as they stray across the main stairs, but it is going to give his location away. There you go, second kill comes in. Tayu manages to find Souls. It's all up to Cyber. 1 versus 3, Des. He's got the 2 kills, so it's going to have to be an ace if he's going to do this. 40 seconds, diffuser going down.
They've still got so much to play with here as well. A 3v1, it's going to be a miracle if Cyber can pull this one off. It's looking like 2 rounds back to back. The Vulcan canister still intact inside of sight. Scarz completely blindsiding FaZe here, and Pion is even holding at longer range too. Cyber, does he know? He has the idea, he goes for the gunfight, but cannot win it. Scarz are awakened, and FaZe taking their tactical timeout after 2 rounds, exactly the same as Scarz did back in the first. Get in there and win some gunfights.
So far on Bank, Scarz have been unable to win a round where FaZe kind of picked up the opening kill, and this one isn't looking any better as Handy manages to find a double as they try to take the drop. Now, Pion, easy kill, picks one up, but is going to be shut down as Cash litters the air. Cyber finds the final kill, and FaZe take themselves onto map point. Washoi going to be on the drones for the time being. Again, it's, you know, very similar from Scarz, so trying to soften the map up. Out comes the jump out. Cyber manages to pick up Tayu. That's going to be an important kill, Des. Fishlike does manage to get the trade. Rek is taken down on the knock, and now with limited ability to do vertical work, the C4 comes out. Washoi gets pushed forward, and it's a 4 versus 2 for FaZe in a matter of 20 seconds. They have dominated this round and the top floor.
The team play is just beautiful. The kind of collaborative swings that they're playing in for together. It's a lot to ask to recover a 2 versus 4. Make it a 1 versus 4. Fishlike all that left standing between FaZe.
Any sort of advantage here. There is one looking to peek in stock. There comes the final kill. Handy Crouch walks through, finds his man, and FaZe take that after a dominant performance on Bank.
There is going to be surprised by that. And here you can see them make use of the Valkyrie camera scattered around the map in conjunction with the Solus. It's Rek trying to find a firefight, but just completely paints a dotted line around Cyber, and he don't miss.
Going to have the nade doing a bit of damage to the Jaeger of Tayu there as they try to push onto the stairs. Handy manages to find Fishlike, but Tayu is there with 1, finds it with the carbine, and is going to bring it back to a 3 versus 4. But the problem here is King's getting set up. The shield is out, the prox alarm taken down. Handy finds another one. It is the Jaeger that will be finished off, but somehow there's Scarz. They just keep fighting back. They might just get a little bit of joy as they move up the stairs. He sees the man, takes the shot, pushed by a second. No! Washoi just cannot hit his shots, and King takes full advantage of that, moves in, gets the kill, and that's site control for FaZe.
But again, that's the second time in this round that we've seen gunfights lost, and it has cost Scarz big time. Rek on the
no, that from below, so keep an eye on how that one works out.
Well, they see one towards the left, but the question now is, what do they do with the information? Still being yellow pinged. If Cyber gets away with this, it's a freebie, and freebie it will be. Pion, no idea he was being droned out. That's the second entry for Cyber. Looking good once again for FaZe.
Rek is going to be pushing back towards site, cut down by 2. They're hunting in packs. There's absolutely no leeway for Scarz here. Fishlike, he manages to find a nitro, but the diffuser's going down. 1 versus 4 at the moment. It's going to have to be an ace from him if he wants to help them get the round, but no,
Wow.
Cyber again. Cyber. That is the name at the minute that is dropping next to almost every
Basically
kill.
how whenever it's a normal comp, you'll see the primary entries on the Iana. When you got to bring like an IQ, that's when things change over. Kill onto Washoy coming in here as FaZe even the scores at 4 versus 4. This is going to be a big fight coming in here. They've swung in and got both team. No reaction from the side of Scarz. 2 are down and out. It's a 4v2.
This is the problem for Scarz at the minute, Des. They get an advantage, they're 5 versus 4, and they just can't capitalise on it. They can't get any real benefit out of it. Fishlike, he's fighting with low health. He's cut down as Cyber moves around the corner, and FaZe just keep on rolling. Already out there on the clutch drone, capturing some electronics to be flipped and used against the defenders. Handy holding angles. It just feels like FaZe have stalled a little bit here. Des Rek is going to pick up Handy. The kills are starting to mount up. Rek manages to get a second, and that's 5 versus 2 now for Scarz.
His first couple of kills of the map as well. Good time to find it and start waking into it. I keep on saying it, but it's scary how much it's starting to mirror what we saw back on Bank. KDS finally wakes up into the round and brings down Rex.
40 seconds left to go. They're just hoping to pick cheap kills up, but they won't find any as Washoy manages to take down Souls. It's all up to KDS. A quiet game so far from him. He's got a lot of work to do. Diffuser in hand, cannot find the first. Shut down by Washoy, and Scarz managed to claim their first round on Skyscraper. Down at the bottom of Blackstairs, but time is being wasted. They're doing exactly what they need. Scarz are not over-peaking this, and I love what I see from them. They're going to try to push up the stairs here, but no, completely miss. Tayu, who manages to pick up the kill. 4 versus 2, 3 versus 1, as a flurry of kills rain in. It's down to Souls.
The man that you want in this situation, but there's at 1v1s. I'll give it down to him to win, so all they're going to do is sit back. He does not have Diffuser in hand, so unless he can find the kills, this one is done and dusted. Tim and Scarz will finally have found 2 rounds on the bounce to keep themselves competitive here on Skyscraper.
Excellent round from Scarz. Potential is there, of course, for a plant denial. They do have another one in the hands of Fishlike, though, so there were certainly options, but we will see. Reception wall getting open. That's going to force a little bit of a relocation for Scarz. But again, Des, not too bad. They're halfway into the round. I was just about to say they haven't lost anybody, but Souls does manage to pick up the opener onto Rek. Washoy low health. It's a round that Scarz needs to be careful with.
I saw that flashing white lights and was like, oh my god, you're keeping this one tight. Washoy will finally pick up Cyber as well. That C4 coming in handy at one point. And speaking of, he jumps in through Shrine window, gets shut down, but it's kills back and forth. Scarz make it 3 rounds on the bounce, and Tim, we've got a game on our hands. Magnet's going to be ADSs that are scattered around the map. Should be looking for those to clear the way for grenades to come on through. Rex starting things off, and down goes Handy. But as always, there's another player on FaZe there ready for the trade.
Yeah, they've been very good with their trades so far today. Fishlike just going to be putting a little bit of pressure on there, but KDS and King picking up 1 apiece, and that is not a good start to the round for Scarz. They find themselves 4 versus 2 with only a minute gone, but Fishlike, he's able to find KDS, picks up the trade and leaves us now with Washoy finding King, and Scarz just continue to fight back. He is going to be holding down those angles. Washoy is just looking to wiggle his way in from Dragon and see if he can find anything. They know, Scarz, that they just need 1 kill, Des. They're going to find it. It gives them the advantage. Cyber, half health left, manages to down 1, but taken down, and that was perfectly timed from Scarz. They just had to push together, and they worked it wonderfully, and they take the advantage here on Skyscraper. It's 4-3.
Cannot rely on those flashes.
That's a really nice angle opened up by Washoy there, just using the skeleton key to get a line of sight all the way through T-Room. What a couple of kills. Peon Rek managed to pick up 1 apiece, 5 versus 2, and this is the time, Scarz. You need to push in, get aggressive, push your way through on the side. They do exactly that. They pick up round 8, and that leaves them nowadays 5-3.
Decided 1 more using the nade as cover. Do they know that he's still there? I'm not convinced they do, Tim.
I don't think so either. They're going to have a player down as well, finished off by Peon. And Rek, he does get downed himself, but RFA is able to chase this kill and get the completion. Or can they use him as a little bit of bait? They can get it back on his feet, Des. KDS does manage to take down Washoy, but they need to be careful because Rek, he's back in the fight, he's active, and it's going to be Fishlike who picks up KDS. It's all up to Souls.
This is unbelievable. 6 rounds on the bounce coming back by the looks of it, but it is Souls they're against. We've already called him. Tim, the clutch master. Finds one for himself. Still 3 players to slice his way through. A plant is going down just to add to the pressure as well. The vertical control established. He's got to try and find the kill now, Tim, or it's too late. Sees the vertical, but they step away. The discipline from Scarz is good, and there seems nothing that Souls can do. He has to retake the upstairs, kill the 2 players on the down, finds one more, almost gets the other player as well, but just narrowly misses him by a matter of pixels. Up to the upstairs he goes. Wants the player inside a geisha. If he can isolate this 1 versus 1 and win it, maybe there's a chance. Sees the player again. He's got about 10 seconds to play with here, Tim. Not going to find his man as he gets full flash. Scarz look to have done it. They've made it 6 rounds on the bounce, Tim.
For Scarz as this game has gone on.
I spoke a little bit about extended holds earlier. Great nade from below. Wreck is destroying House and all the players inside of it. Wushoy finally gets down. Handy swings on towards House, expecting Wreck to push up, but he's simply not there.
25 seconds left to go. This is Scarz's opportunity, Des. They're 3 versus 2 here. They can really get this done. Tayu, he's going to have to open up this wall. Burns the laser gate as well. 2 versus 2. FaZe fight their way back in fantastically. Keep themselves going in the game, in the round. But it's 1 versus 2. It's just 1 kill that Wreck need. Cyber finds 1. Cyber finds 2 to keep FaZe fighting. He's going to be relocating. I'm not sure Scarz are too confident in this push. The impact nade comes out but doesn't get the shield. Souls, however, does pick up Wreck. So that is going to leave FaZe now with a 4 versus 3 advantage. And with being a man down, it's going to make it difficult for Scarz to get top floor control, Des. But they might just sneak the diffuser down. I don't think FaZe know.
They're trying to spray him out, but can't get him in time, and he's got away with it. It's a 3 versus 2. Are we on for the Skyscraper upset here to send us to map 3? They get 1 more! Scarz breaking LATAM hearts, it feels, and sending us all the way to a 3rd map, Tim.
What a performance from the Japanese team there. We really thought that Skyscraper could be the end, but no, we're going to map 3, and they're showing just how competitive they can be.
A bit of a split coming out from the depths of hell here, Tim.
Yeah, so what we're going to see there is the Maverick dealing with that area of split. Just going to open it up. Nobody can play inside of there now. Obviously going to be more dangerous. But top floor control still not gained. Handy manages to take down Wushoy to open things up. But meanwhile, Peon, he picks up Cyber elsewhere on the map. And there's another one coming in for Scarz. They're picking up where they left off here, Des. Handy's in a frost mat. It's effectively a 4 versus 2.
Make it a 4v1 at this point. Scarz starting off strong as Souls finally emerges from the depths, trying to see what he can find. There's one inside his sight, but Rex sat in broad daylight and gets the freebie. Scarz starting strong, and they're loving it.
A little pinch of damage, just chipped away at. Is able to send in the Selma charge. This time manages to find Wushoy as the challenge continued. You sort of feel like maybe the Jaeger should have held position and could just continue to take and prevent those Selma charges from working.
It's just constant back and forth, and this is looking much more like a tour de force from FaZe. 3 kills coming in, but Fishlock has found 2 back and slithered his way back in towards bathroom here. A pretty precarious position because that starts to give some control back, and Wreckers, no way. They've balanced things back up to a 2.
Solarium window. There's plenty of time for me. They've got to think about Vita King. They wanted him on the cover. What a shot from KDS, though. Finds his man. And a second. Beautiful double of headshots to take the first round for FaZe.
Daring the pixel to change colour. You pull the trigger, it should be a headshot onto one of the other players. Fishlight dug in close, finds his man up close. Shotgun was about to come out, but Rex there for the assist. 2 quick kills come on through. It's panic stations for FaZe here. KDS trying to find 1 more, but it's not going to happen. Scarz go 2 and 1. Team play. It's 1 offline here. It's not the end of the world in being the Jaeger, but it's still an opening. Now we're short. Rex, trying to step into his grave to see what he can find. It's Fishlight to capitalise onto KDS, and Rek is still trying to challenge these windows. 2 more kills. Fishlight has been awakened and become a whale, Tim.
He really has, Rek, as you say, absolutely not wanting to give up that window position and just making it as uncomfortable as possible for FaZe to move in. But they don't mind a little bit of discomfort, Des, as they manage to find a double. Pion picks up Vertiking. That's 1 out of 3 that he's going.
Misses the shots. This is what's really hurt Scarz so far today, and it's going to sting them again. It's 1 HP to his name. It's Cyber versus Pion. I know who most would fancy on paper, but 1 shot is all it takes. He misses his man! And Cyber wins out the 1v1. Cyber with here into the Maestro, because with those evil eyes on site, they can of course be hacked and used against the defenders.
Yeah, they definitely. You're not going to get away with simple runouts like that against FaZe. Cyber walks in, manages to find Tayo inside a site. Vitaking's going to be able to put the diffuser down. This is barely outside of the first minute. Now then, Pion, he's able to find the planter from above. That brings in a sight hole that's been opened up. Verticality is being used, but Washoi is going to be taken out. Maybe able to be collected, but they're going to have to be quick because that diffuser's going down again.
They'd rather collect than try and stop the plant here as well. In fact, there's a couple of kills traded elsewhere. They do get the one back at least, but you're in a 2 versus 3 with the diffuser down. FaZe can just discomfort out of these final 2 players on Scarz.
Pion just looking for that long angle, trying to get anything going. Fish like it is though, having a great game here on Chalet, manages to find another 2 versus 2, but only 14 seconds left to go. And I love this smart play from FaZe, opening up new angles, making life difficult. And how about that from Souls? Picks one up, Handy the second, and FaZe, they roll through round 5 and pick up their 3rd of the game. They're certainly putting some foundation work in, not the end of the world, but they're not really breaking down the defense as Cyber gets in, finds the kill underneath, but that's really what I was talking about. They're not breaking down that top floor hold. Rek, he manages to get one, but Vitaking, he starts putting the diffuser down.
Here comes Rek on the move as well. There's no one outside. This could be a freebie, and sees the man through the smoke, gets one. Cyber's on the flank, so it's trade for trade. A 2 versus 2 suddenly, as Handy finds one more outside the piano window. It's been a bit of a smash and grab operation by FaZe, but enough to get them in a spot where they can look to make this work. Shotgun out the window is not going to be enough. Pion wants himself to go as well. Out he goes, but Handy simply cannot be stopped on the flank. Watch this man.
Angles before they can start pushing towards site. It looks like 2 of them have moved on to the window. Yes, doesn't know, but Handy does. He's got the cover. He looks after his teammates back and ensures that KDS is still there into the late round phase. Now take a man advantage, 3 versus 2, 3 versus 1, as KDS, only just saved, manages to repay the favour, picks up the kill and leaves them now in a 3 versus 1.
It's like I said a couple of times, Tim, just the work done by Handy.
And just keep burning time. That's what Souls is here to do. He just wants to hold them back, hold them at the threshold. Don't allow them to push in and pressure site. First kill comes in. It's Washoi taking down Souls, but KDS, he's there with one of his own. 3 versus 3, as this is turning into a basement bloodbath, Des.
They haven't got hatch control, Tim. There's 2 players here ready to challenge for it. They've read Scarz so well, and Scarz, I think, even in the 3 versus 3, are destined to lose this one. Tayo pushes in, he's coming for a 1 versus 1, but it's the Cyber slaughterhouse as he drops the hatch and downs 2. Tayo can do nothing but look on as FaZe move up to match and series points. It's exactly that. You can't say it's not deserved. Rek goes down. Washoi just kind of flip on a dime and get at least a kill back, but it's going to say, screw you, Rek, we're winning the round, man. We're all the way in. 2 players have gone down here. Really, they need to get recovered, and really, this is karma for Washoi for opting not to try and get Rek up. It's basically a 3 versus 3 for now, unless someone can save these 2 players, but they might have to press on without them.
Say Washoi maybe not in a position to be collected. Tayo moves across, but there is a shield blocking his path. 2 versus 4 though, as kills start to come in, but FaZe managed to find at least one of those downed players.
They get Rek.
3 versus 2, but you've got to look at Rek on low health there.
No.
Not going to be easy, surely not going to give away a freebie, they will. It's 2 versus 2, Des.
They've still got so much time to play here. There's really no need to rush, and as I say, that Tayo just goes in for the gunfight, finds Vitaking in the 1 versus 1.
It's smart, they're not getting too wrapped up in it. 1 minute 20, plenty of time. KDS knows that he's round the corner, but he can't find the kill. Takes
no way.
Damage, flips to the bailiff and takes his man down. It's 1v1, he knows he's got diffuser, but no, he doesn't need to peek, he does, and Tayo manages to find the kill and keeps Scarz fighting for another round. Tayo as well, he knows where the man's located though, and the arrow could do the business. 3 versus 3, as Pion picks up KDS, and Scarz again, Des, dig their heels in, and they fight their way back into this one.
Problem is that firebolt's just not deep, it's not shallow enough, it's far too deep to not then connect onto a player. All FaZe have got to do is just plant their feet for now and wait for them to come pushing. They vault in towards the piano window. This is where the move begins, and Washoi is looking completely the wrong way. Gets down as well. There's only 1 left. It's Pion staring up against 2, and Vitaking runs for the high wind. He's still upstairs, but there is no one up here. They're down on site, my friend, and they've got the most default positions in the world ready to play with here. I don't think he's got time to really work his way down library stairs. He's going to try his best, and Vitaking is here ready and waiting. All he's got to do is let the time run out here. Vitaking stems out.
And FaZe, they take the win on Chalet to move through to tomorrow's semi-finals.
What a fantastic performance from the Brazilian side, entertaining throughout. They were pushed during the middle of that game by an impressive Scarz side, but ultimately experience comes through. They buckle back down, they got the job done, and FaZe pushed themselves through to a semi-final here at the Copenhagen Major.